Everybody get no be say All right, on that note, we welcome you to another edition of The Banter. Guys, how are you doing today? It's nice having you all on the show.
Bantries and banters.
Juvie!
You know how it is, it's your boy Juvie reporting.
I trust you. Delight, you're looking handsome. Is it because of the powder on your face or what?
Tell me. How can you be admiring the light? I'm the one supposed
Just calm down. I'm coming to you. Just calm down.
Today I'm going to be using Amaka's intro. I'm going to be calm and gentle today.
Don't do that.
Is it because Amaka interjected when I was trying to introduce you?
No. I'm still, last time I was saying I'm looking for a nice intro that we're using to come to this show.
Okay.
So I'm still searching. So I'm trying this one today.
Okay, that's nice.
So when I hear the reviews from my guys, I'll know if this is working out.
Your goons.
Okay, that's nice. Chooks, the governor.
Can I help you?
Nice having you on the show.
Can I help you?
When the governor speaks, you understand. So you have to. So tell us how.
Oh yes, welcome to the banter.
Yeah.
What's
Thank you. You ready for us? You ready for the show, right?
What did we come here to do?
Okay, so we have somebody on the show today. Francis.
Francisco Lorenzo.
Well, I'm very happy to be here for the very first time.
I like the glasses.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
No, it's a season of hugs. I give you hugs.
I'm very
When I came newly, you guys did not do that one for me.
No, don't worry.
We'll do that again. Don't worry, we'll do that again. The only soft copy within us today. Amaka baby.
Succulent. You did not introduce that way. Succulent baby.
Succulent baby.
I'm happy to add it.
How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel wonderful. Sitting around men's them. Men's them.
You are privileged and honored.
Ouch.
It's
Okay.
a rare opportunity.
Thank you. And I still remain your boy, Israel Adeyemi. You can just
Easy
call
boy,
me
easy boy.
Everything about me
Easy
is
boy.
easy.
Boy.
Yeah, we're going to be going straight into the topics that we're having for today. And I want to tell our viewers, don't forget to join this conversation on all our social media platforms.
Yeah.
On Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and
X.
Yes, thank
Okay,
you.
sorry.
On the X app and every other social media platform. Join the conversation, and we're going to read your comment. Join the conversation. So first, on the show today, we're going to be dissecting one of the trending issues now that official of the spokesperson of the Nigerian police said something on one of the social media platform.
And you're dissecting it.
Yes, we're going to see how it affects us. How it affects us
As the
basically.
surgeon that you are.
Because the conversation is directed towards us. We are young. You understand? Okay, so let me quickly read this so that we can have a background of the story. Nigerian police spokesperson Olumuyiwa Adejobi has said young Nigerians always get extorted by police officers because their means of income are not
Legit.
now.
Who said that?
The spokesperson of
What's his
police
full name? Who said it? To who?
At what? Olumuyiwa. Okay. So let me go deep down. Okay, let me go deep down into the conversation. So the individual is still continuing. He said Adejobi said this while responding to a post made by a user on X, formerly Twitter handle. The handle is there, and the individual reacted to a video of a young man on the app in company of his girlfriend who was stopped, labeled a Yahoo boy, and extorted by police officers in Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. So apparently, commenting on the video, the individual called out the police spokesperson for knowing about the extortion that takes place. So let me quote what the user actually said. Uniform shouldn't be a symbol of war to citizens. Your officers are criminals. The way they extort young guys instead of politicians is too much. You know about this, you see it and hear it every day. We have families, we have parents. The ex is said. So, unquote. In his response, while responding now, the police spokesperson now said,
Who?
The
What is
police,
the person's name?
Adejobi Olumuyiwa, in his response, Adejobi said only young people with ingenuine incomes get extorted, and questioned why those harassed always go ahead to pay the officers. If they don't have the money, should they pay? So that's the big question here that we want to talk about. So who is going first? I know this topic affects every one of us one way or the other. Maybe while we're giving our submission, if you have been harassed by the people, you can say it. This might be an avenue for them to know. So who is going first? Chooks. Okay, so do we do the ladies first?
There's something I need to say.
Okay.
Because I grew up in a police community.
So
Be specific.
Actually, it is not a barrack.
Okay. Is what?
What I mean,
Checkpoint.
I grew up in
The
a police
checkpoint.
community. It's just that I stayed very close to the first police station in Nigeria, which is the Lion Building Police Station.
Okay, so are you saying that
That you are an ancestor.
Well, what I'm trying to make you understand is just that I've seen a lot,
Okay.
most especially the way police harass young Nigerians, especially the uneducated ones.
Okay.
Those
Can
who
we
don't-
use some?
yes.
That was wanted to
What
correct.
I'm trying to make you understand is just quite simple. I said I have some experience. I've seen some certain things by the police.
By
Some
Some
police.
officers.
Yeah.
Let's just do some police officers.
Okay, can we do it this way?
Okay.
The police force was established for certain things. So let's talk about the role of
Were you there when it
law.
was established?
We read it.
They say you read that police.
No.
established.
For every organizations like that, there are rules that are guiding them.
I agree.
They don't just come into future. So let's talk about, is it within their role to,
Extort.
I don't want to use the word stop, to stop. Okay, so or how? Okay, so
What I understand about the role of police is just that police are to protect lives and property.
Thank you.
That is what I understand. But for certain reason which I cannot explain, I've seen some police officers escorting young Nigerians, especially those who don't know their rights, who don't know the law, and the uneducated ones.
Okay.
You see, I personally have experienced so many things. Personally. Because I remember vividly when I was coming from a nightclub. Yeah.
Imagine.
You the ball, oh.
Yeah, it was all weekend. Right.
So tell us what
Well, actually, I'm a socialite.
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
I do clubbing.
Word.
Yeah. That night I was coming, I met some policemen at a particular blockade. Like, let me just use the word blockade because it's not a checkpoint.
Okay.
They were keeping the sanity of that place.
Well, actually, I don't think they are keeping the sanity.
Okay.
You.
To me.
So when you extorted by.
Well, actually, by the time I got to them, I was highly intoxicated.
Oh
Yeah.
So
You're gone.
So they came to me and they asked me, "Can you identify yourself?" And I told them, "Well, I'm a citizen of Nigeria." Looking at me, and with what I'm saying, they should know that I'm a citizen. So,
Okay.
which means of identification do they need?
Okay, so
Unofficial.
let's go for that.
Yeah.
Were you? Did they collect any money from you then?
They collected money from me.
Okay, so that's
Okay,
so you have been
now
extorted.
you were
by the-
under
so-
the influence. And so
Yes. So
Which is a crime.
Yes, it's a crime, right?
Which is a crime.
It's a crime.
Yes, it is.
You
So
might-
were you driving?
I wasn't driving. I said I was
He
coming
wasn't.
from
He wasn't
club.
driving.
I was
Okay, let's do
It's a
this
crime
way.
in Nigeria.
I think Francis is just
Let's do this way.
himself in the leg.
Sincerely speaking, I
Let's do
wasn't
this
driving.
way.
It's
So
a crime in Nigeria.
Chooks, let me
By airport.
Yes, you don't have in Nigeria. It's a crime.
Chooks. But
Yes.
some would argue that if a policeman harass me now and tell me to bring one you know go fit get am. Now what I'm saying is this.
Why will
Calm
policeman
down. What I'm
bring
saying
one
is this.
M?
Some would argue that the argument this man is saying is that if you don't have that money,
Okay.
why will you pay?
Okay.
You should have seek for justice. So
Let's
Chooks,
go
can you
back.
speak to that?
Let's go back to this particular
Scenario.
issue that
Okay.
brought up this topic.
Okay.
Call his name again.
Olumuyiwa
Is it Adeyemo?
Adejo.
Okay, I think he knows him better. Can you call his name again?
Adejobi Olumuyiwa.
Okay. What's his position in the police force?
There's a police
What's
spokesperson.
his rank?
Well, that's
it should be CSP.
See, you are sure?
Either CSP
Okay.
or ASP.
Oga Omuyiwa or Lumuyiwa.
Yes.
Sorry, you fall our hand.
I'm telling you, that statement was
You
all
fall our
wrong.
hand. But first, let's talk to the person that did the first post. We should stop generalizing.
okay.
We have a lot of very, very good men in the Nigerian police. A lot of very excellent good men.
on both
Very
Nigerian police,
educated.
Nigerian youths.
No, Nigerian
Good,
police. Let's Nigerian police are they
Funny,
old
we
men?
don't get to see the very good ones.
They are in the office.
They're
They are
rare.
in the
No
office.
problem.
Okay.
Then now let's also get this right. When they call you out for something wrong, don't go defending.
I
Or
think
don't go
that's
attacking.
very important.
Okay.
That's very
Don't
important.
go attacking. We see it
Every
every
day.
day. People have been killed because of 50 naira. Oga Olumuyiwa, you know. So please, we know that your men are on the street to keep us safe. We also know that a whole lot of bad eggs are also on the street. Extorting people it's there. It's there.
Okay.
So please, don't escalate this thing. Me and you know that police is your friend. Not lie.
Okay.
Bail is free.
Exactly.
So,
Delight,
looking at this issue, I don't blame. I know that
When everybody makes mistake, when we are in the public and we should be careful with what we say. But looking at the whole Nigeria situation as it is currently, I can tell you that I don't blame him, but at least he changed the we like to call it prepositions he used, not all but some. But if you are looking at it, a majority of Nigerian young men are into this so-called yahoo. Now, if you
Substantiate
what you mean by a
majority.
listen,
Substantiate. All right,
listen.
substantiate. When you say majority,
So now, if you are majority, okay, my majority is 60%.
60%. Do you know what that number is? Do you know what that number
Calm
is?
down.
let's
Allow me to land.
No, we're not helping here.
Well, because you're starting on a very wrong premise to assume the majority of Nigerian youth, where I represent, I beg to differ. That Allah, please.
You choose. If you don't want to believe me, you are free. You have your own opinion.
No, you
But
can
that's what
substantiate
I'm
your
saying.
point,
That's what
right?
I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So now, if you are having, we all see people on the road. We all use our eyes to like identify. And I give you an example. I was going to pick up something at the park, and so-called policemen walk up to me just because I dressed in a baggy top and a short knicker, and they walked up to me and said, what do I want to go and collect? I said, why are you asking me that? I responded kindly and politely so that it will not generate into something like that. And the guy ended up saying, okay, he looked at me and said, because these guys, they are working on what do I call it?
Your
Reverse.
psychology, right?
And they look at you and they size you up and see, can this guy be into? Now, my point of majority, I'm in a university.
And your university
Okay, I think
forms
you made your point.
that.
Which school? I think you've made your point. Which school?
I
think you have your point.
All right. Let me get to
I've not made my point, but you guys are shooting me. But
No. Man.
Before
You just
before
misrepresented us
Amaka,
now.
we're going on a short break now. Before Amaka, we go on a short break. When we come back, we continue the conversation.
We'll
Be
continue
right back.
after this.
All right, welcome back to the show. We're still on the banter. Don't forget to join the conversation on all our social media platforms. Tweet at us and send your comments and we'll read it out. Maybe not today, but we're gonna read it out. We'll attend to them. So Amaka, you were trying to say something. The topic let me quickly do a recap. The topic we're dealing with is the statement made by police spokesperson. Yes. So
Always call his name.
it's
not by force to call his name. Who said
okay.
Somebody call my name, show.
Adejoke Olumuyiwa. So Amaka, let's have your stay on your take on this topic.
Okay, from me to the police spokesperson, I can't pronounce his name. Sorry. Since you want us to call us Olumuyiwa Adejobi.
Yes.
Sir, wrong. That thing you posted is just too wrong.
How will you say because you think young boys are doing illegal, they're doing fraud, they're calling people of their hard-earned money, you have the right to extort from them. I know there's a constitutional law that entails what to do to these persons when caught.
So rather than extorting them.
Rather than extorting them, do you know if they have that money to give at that certain time?
Okay.
Do you know if they are even the person? Because sometimes there was a scenario, something happened sometime. There was a girl that shared her experience via Instagram. Okay. She was like that she was in a bus traveling to Benin.
Okay.
So there was this guy who is into yahoo. When he cited... No, I'm getting to the story. I'm getting to the story. So when he cited the police officer, he immediately threw his phone to her. You get? And she dodged it. Unknowingly, she didn't know that this boy has put his phone in her bag. And then, God punishing them, the police stopped their vehicle. And they started searching. They searched the guy. They saw him like, they noticed that he was this, he looked suspicious and everything. So they searched him. They didn't see any phone on him. You get? They saw only a torchlight. But they were not satisfied. They had to search the people beside him. And they searched the girl. Lo and behold, they saw the phone in her bag. And they told her to unlock the phone. And the girl was like, sir, this is not my phone. That's when the police was like, okay, who owns this phone? If you don't tell us who owns this phone, we're going to take it. That was how, she said, how she even escaped that case, she can't even tell. So most of the times, these people are not the person who are doing the yahoo or who are doing the illegal this thing, job.
They are actually extorting the wrong
kind of person.
Okay, so Juby, let's have your...
Well, basically, for me, it's very unfair for someone who should know, that we expect should know, when you come out and say something like the extortion is because these guys get their money, whatever, from...
They are just
there are two crimes already.
So even if it's illegal money, they shouldn't extort.
Don't even extort.
Okay.
If you find anyone who looks suspicious, do the right thing. Interrogate them. Sir, can we do this? And maybe I've not met one. Maybe governor, you might have met someone that say.
Met who?
A policeman who addresses you like, sir.
Oh, I've met several.
Ma, rarely have I met.
Okay.
So
he said rarely anyways.
I'm saying they should do what is needful. If you find anything suspicious, interrogate properly. And if the person is innocent, sorry for bothering you, you can go on. There should be a proper way of talking to even the citizens.
I think that, yes, that is
I want to chip into what he said. There are certain kind of punishment to give to a person that make the person repentant. Now, if you keep extorting these people, they feel like, oh, you see this young boys that they claim,
young Nigerians,
some of these young boys that they claim that are Yahoo boys.
So you are forcing them, you are telling them do more.
You get so if they feel like oh, you're going to see extort me tomorrow, there's no need. Let me go just guys to make my money and then continue. So there's nothing there.
I think one thing I've seen about our system is the high rate of lawlessness. People think that okay, if they commit this offense, they can use money to build themselves. If they keep on doing this, they are promoting this crime.
I can tell you categorically that some police officers, these Yahoo boys, they have their account numbers. Sincerely speaking, they have their account numbers. They have their account numbers. Some police officers, I am telling you this. Some police officers have this.
Okay, so can we speak to the way we also react to this police?
Okay.
Because there was a time I was going home and I was stopped. So the policeman asked me, he collected my bag and wanted to dip his hand into my bag. And I said, no, okay, it's not your right. I have the right to bring out whatever is in my bag, not you dipping your hand. So let's talk about how we should react to them when they stop us. Because there will always be stop search. Yes. Let me start with you, Governor.
Okay. Nigerian police, we love you. You have a very big daunting task ahead of you, and we expect you to do it right. We know the system, it's not that favorable. And Nigerian youth are not criminals. Nigerian youth are not fraudsters. Nigerian youth are not thieves. Let's put that out there. So for the few that engage in acts that are not that savory, don't label Nigerian youth thieves. Just like we labeling police thieves.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Good. Now, remember, even if you say somebody is a Yahoo boy and you catch him with a system that has format on it, that guy is innocent
Until
proven guilty. Not at the checkpoint, in a court of law. So yeah, not presidential tribunal, in a court of law that is very close to you. So guys, let's always sort this out. Then another thing is this: police are human beings. They don't have two heads.
Okay.
So we have grown to fear them. A lot of times, because of what we hear, we've grown to sometimes, let me use the word hate, which is not supposed to be. If you talk to a policeman politely and friendly, most of them that have sense in them, because most of them, they will reply you the same way. It's give and take. You get. But if you meet those ones that, let me say, the devil has given them twin brothers and is backing them up, always try and make sure that your safety is first. Your safety is first.
I think that is very, very important.
And
So
key.
yes, your safety is first. Delight. So let's also speak to the kind of communication, the kind of things we have with ourselves. Like while you're maybe in a public bus or you're traveling, how should youth behave? Do you understand? There are times when you see police, the hatred is just there. Maybe because of future experience you've had with them. So
I understand you.
how do you speak to this?
Okay.
When we are small, we don't have plenty friends around to play with us when we want to play football. We normally play with the wall. So when you play the ball to the wall, you play with force, it comes back with force. If you play gently, it comes back gently. So this is it. If you are going to energy is created once, the remaining energy is transferred. If two people are arguing and I'm shouting, trust me, the other person will not be calm. Except it takes the grace of God for the other person to be calm. Both of you will just continue to shout at yourself. But once I'm arguing and she's calm, I will see myself as a fool. Why am I shouting and she's not shouting? Do you get? So no matter how
is it police you're talking about now?
Calm down. Listen now. No matter how sorry that I'm going to use this word, stubborn or hot-headed the police may be, it will get to a point whereby you are not reacting to him. And he's doing all the old drama.
You're not reacting and he slaps you.
No, they won't get there.
It gets there most times.
No.
At
that point,
Are you kidding me?
No, it's the way you react. No.
You still have the right to go
Even the late,
No, we're not talking about
my brother,
We're saying
my brother, even the late Afro King, Fela Anikulapo said it.
Hello.
Are you getting my
Hello.
point?
Hello. Let's get this. Even if Dev will tell you who and you keep quiet and be looking at him.
That's what I'm saying. So if they have to
It
calm
could,
down,
that could be taken as you are even disregarding me. I'm telling you something.
There are times where you see a policeman assaulting a Nigerian without him responding.
No, without the person reacting.
Without the person reacting responding.
I've not seen that.
Police only takes it. One thing you need to
Even they drag
the
them.
first thing you need to understand is
It's
they
call
only take
and
advantage.
reaction. Call and
Exactly.
action.
That's why
Call
I gave the instance of playing a ball to the wall.
Yes, call
If
and
you
action.
play it with force, what comes back to you? Force. If you play gently, it comes back gently.
See, that doesn't
Okay, so
happen.
Juvi,
Doesn't
Juvi,
happen every
Juvi,
time.
Juvi.
Let's
Juvi,
I don't
I
want
gave-
to-
Juvi,
I gave the instance of
Can we have
people
your-
arguing. I gave the instance
Can
of
we have
people
your-
arguing. And it's everywhere. Go and try it.
It's not
You and
see,
calm down.
laws
Juvi,
have
calm down.
exceptions.
See,
Whatever
if
you're
you
saying
are-
has got exceptions.
if
Okay,
you are-
get it right. Now
See,
this is my turn.
if
Delight,
you are
thank you. Let me
arguing,
come in.
Okay, the light.
Oh,
you're fine.
No,
You're just buttressing what you just said about the police.
Delight, let's
Allow me now.
Let's have your 30 seconds.
Thank you.
Delight, let's have your 30 seconds now.
30
On
seconds.
on
30 seconds.
What I'm saying is this: go and try it. If you are arguing with someone and you are very calm, and the other person is hot-headed, trust me. I give the person 30 seconds. he will calm down.
Calm down.
The voice will
So,
come
so
down.
our approach.
You get. So that's it.
very, very important.
Very key.
It's
very
not
key.
true.
So
I'll take
Juvi, let's
exception,
have
but
the
I'll
30
let that
seconds.
slide.
Give us your
Yeah,
30
there are
cents.
exceptions. Let me start with my 30 seconds. There are exceptions to almost every rule there is. So whether you're saying it's science or even English language, or there are exceptions to this rule. So when you say you're talking and someone, you walk away sometimes, you take slap from walking away.
Can
Go
I-
back. No, this
Can
is
I-
my 30 seconds. This is my 30 seconds. Now I'm saying
Okay.
we will need
Where
to
do you people live?
let me say
A man of authority
Okay,
is talking
please.
to
No,
you
no, no,
and
no, no.
walk away.
No,
See,
this is
And
not
you expect,
Wait.
even if your father,
Wait,
if your
wait.
father
The light.
talking to you,
The light. I will
You
slap
will be able to
you.
walk away.
You won't take that on this table.
This is my 30
seconds. Say wait, your father is talking to you. Your father
is talking to you and you walk away.
No, you don't get it.
Dubi, if you are a father,
you can see
and you
how
are
the
talking
light
to your
No, you can see
Okay, let's have you.
the light. You can see
10 seconds.
Out of my 30 seconds, I'm taking 29.
10 seconds more.
You can
All right, now listen. We will need to.
Let me say something.
Please, 10 seconds.
Let me.
So that we can leave this. We have other
remaining
issues to
now,
discuss.
Let me say this. And
Okay, let's
I'm
have
looking
it.
at way forward out of all this. The police rank and file would have to do more work beyond just talking and coming on social media and say stuff.
Yeah.
Their men should, they should be reoriented.
Yeah.
Humans, these are
The
Nigerians.
reorientation.
It's very important.
You see, there's something.
When you come in,
Please,
when
just
you
hold
come
on.
in and you address us properly, we would have. See, people have a bad view about the police right now.
Yes.
That the image making, when you keep going and you keep messing it up, some people do the work and you keep messing it up by your attitude, it's going to mess it up. A man, your wife has quarrel because you're a policeman, you come home with.
I think
That's also
So-
very important. That's
And
very
also, there is
important.
one that I've seen. I don't know if it's.
In the US, in the UAE, policemen go with guns on motorcycle. Commercial motorcycle. They keep these things. We're not supposed to see guns. Rarely will you see outside there. Children don't get to see firearms being brandished on the street.
Okay, Juvi.
Thank you. Let's work on
In the area
ourselves.
that I live,
Let's have your 10 seconds, Francis.
There are some police officers who has mental issues, who has mental problems.
Thank you.
And they are
question is-
wait, listen.
No,
Wait, there are some police officers.
Like, don't do that.
Listen,
Just wait.
listen.
Don't do that.
This is
I will
my
come-
brother.
I will come for you.
My
Don't
brother,
do
my
that.
brother.
Just
This thing
wait.
where they
Don't
tell
do
you.
try it.
Now wait.
Don't do that. The light. I'll come for you. Wait.
The light.
The light.
The light.
Don't
The
do
light. The light. The light. The light. The light.
Okay, I'm listening.
Please, I am talking from my own experience. I live at Campbell Street here, beside the first police station in the whole of Nigeria. Yes, I can tell you, I know 3 policemen who has mental issues, and they have been and they do give them ammunitions.
Why?
Okay, Francis, can you advise Nigeria?
I can even mention their names.
No.
Why would authorities know that a policeman has mental issue and give him a rifle?
Amaka, so let's have your 30 seconds.
Just imagine a policeman carrying a drum, doing office hours.
Carrying what?
Drum.
Maybe he's gifted and no.
Is it?
There is nothing wrong in a policeman carrying a drum.
I know what I'm saying. Police officer on uniform. While he was wearing uniform.
At this rate, even if Jesus come down to come and rule us, we will not still be good.
Excuse me. Do you know if
Don't
the
say that,
policeman
don't
was
say
going
that.
to
Don't
this
say
rate?
that.
Excuse me. Do you know if the policeman was going to an Orita Meta to do some origi? What are you talking about?
Okay.
So, let's have your stage.
You may be side us.
Let's have your stage.
Communicate properly.
Good.
You know the law.
Okay.
Just like Chuk said, take them to a court. If you find anything on them, if you think it's implicative enough, take them to a court. Charge them. Don't extort from them.
Who is them?
Not extort from Nigerians,
not even the youth. Nigerians.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Okay, but this
It's okay. Let's have your 30 seconds.
It happens among
Yes, we're done.
Okay, so
we're done. Here.
for me, I think we heard right. Nigerian
We are not
youths-
all right though.
Nigerian youths are not criminals.
Yes. That was a blanket one.
And I also want to advise us that we should learn to respect the police.
Yeah,
Let's
respect.
No matter
them.
how bad.
Let's respect them. And always know that whenever you are in contact with a police your safety is
Comes
first. Please, before you argue,
No drag.
please, your safety comes first.
Please
Also,
add men in uniform so that someone not go and
Yes,
talk to
men
a
in
soldier
uniform.
anyhow.
We should, I think the police.
He will tell you to pump there and wipe you koboko. You have to come back.
The authorities, I think, our men in uniform should also learn some emotional intelligence. You understand? They are passing through.
You're speaking grammar.
They are passing through certain things. And
There are courses. See, as a Nigerian police officer, they take courses in psychology. So you wonder where those courses go to.
Channels, not just on social media.
How many courses did you learn in the university that you are applying today?
There should be proper reporting channels. This person should have, rather than going on internet, he would have just go to a police and report. I think this is very, very important. Yes, we're going to another topic, and
we are leaving the police alone.
Yes.
For today.
I love that.
Don't suffocate them.
Okay, the second topic is about the post made by DJ KY's about him ending his life. Though
he did not end his life.
Calm down.
Go end person
There
life.
is a post. He made a post on Instagram saying something like that, and I think some moments later he came out to say it was actually a joke. But we are not devoting more time on him or what he has said. We're going to be talking generally about depression as it regards celebrities. That is what we're going to be talking about. Because in time past, we've seen a lot of celebrities come out and tell you I'm depressed, and some of them survived it, while some didn't survive. I think there was a time in 2013, Tonto Dike came out and said it that he was depressed. He actually overcame that, and we have a lot of them. So let's start the conversation. What do you think contributes to the kind of depression that happened to all this? What contributes to it? What are the factors that you think contribute? Who is taking the? Who started first? Who's starting first? Okay, Amaka, let's start with you.
One of them is trying to maintain a kind of standard, a lifestyle standard. It contributes, and then most times it's with the fans. Yes.
Think I'm gonna
your comments. You know I said so. I have an experience.
500 people insulting.
I have an experience. I'm not a celebrity. But
don't worry, you become you are upcoming celebrity.
I did a video with a friend, and then I lied in the video. No, they asked me to lie, and I lied in the video. And the comments I saw could have taken me into depression. But I didn't go into depression.
I remember.
When I saw the comments, I was like, what thing they happen? I just lie. How do I tell you that it is just a lie? Because they started insulting me. They insulted my hair, they insulted my shoes, they insulted my coat, they insulted my whole body. So all these things. Yes, that's not the body. So you see, all this is contribute.
Bare body, like body.
It's
It's on Facebook. So when you're trying to maintain this kind of lifestyle as a celebrity, and then you see yourself going down, you're trying to like come up, and the rest, your mates are leaving you and just left behind. It puts you into depression.
Okay.
Well, actually, I have a friend who happens to be a DJ. He has a kind of marital problem. So by the time this thing I want to say, it was around 2018 specifically, because by the time he went for a show, coming back home, he couldn't find his wife at home and children. Without any notice or anything. So he was like, what happened? My wife left me. What be this? Later he went into the room and saw a note which the wife wrote and said, I'm tired of this relationship and I'm leaving you. Do you realize that this guy took sniper?
Just like that?
Yes. I'm telling you. My
Okay,
brother,
that
this my friend I'm telling you that is a DJ. It's late now. I died now, original one or a fake one, but he don't die.
Sniper.
So in other words, family, married
marital issues can also lead to so many depression from these celebrities.
Okay,
Wow,
please, we
that's
should
sad.
know that these celebrities are humans too.
Definitely.
Before you talk about the celebrities, you see, the issues why we get to hear about them is because they are out there.
Yes.
I don't know if you understand.
Yes, definitely.
Depression cuts across every strata, every person, every locality, every religion, everybody. I don't know if you understand. But now we get to hear theirs because of
They are
this
already-
person.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get.
Yeah.
Now the thing is this. People don't really know what depression is. They don't really know what they are going through. They might not be able to put a name to it.
Yes.
Because of the issue, we frown our culture here. Let's talk about we Nigerians. We frown at mental health.
Yeah.
Once they say person,
Yeah.
the first thing that comes to your mind is
Abandon the person.
So people find another issue. People find it difficult to talk,
To seek help, right?
not even the seeking help,
To even
About how
talk.
they are feeling.
to communicate how they do me.
For body.
People find it difficult to talk.
And if you can't do that, there won't be solution.
There won't be solution.
There won't be
because if you keep
solution.
it to yourself. I
There
think,
will never be solution.
let me quickly add to that.
There will never be solution.
From research, we understand that depression is a mood disorder. Let me quickly read it so that our viewers can know what exactly we're talking about. Depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest in activities that were formerly considered pleasurable. Lack of concentration, memory problem, inability to make decisions. So you have been doing certain things before, but because of one reason or the other, you are not able to do those things, and you begin to push yourself back.
Yeah.
So it begin to affect you.
You isolate.
You isolate.
Start
Exactly. You begin to
isolating.
isolate. So Delight, speak to this topic. Let's hear from you.
Okay, we were arguing, was it yesterday or thereabouts, and we were talking about celebrities facing stress
Yes.
about. I think one other thing is high demand and expectation. Like Amaka said, there's a lifestyle they have to keep up to. Now, once you enter that lifestyle, it's going to be difficult for you to go back. And now, you are going to need whatever you are doing, whether you are singing or you are acting, whatever you are doing, you are going to need the money you get from there to maintain that lifestyle.
Yes.
And once it's not coming in,
Begin
your public face is no more booming as before. You begin to think of
in
what
fact,
can I do?
yes, in fact, you even be
What-
losing your credibility,
So-
you'll be losing your followership.
Yeah, so it's going to be very terrible. And at the same time, you still, if you make a post, you still hear some fans, or will I say they are fans, because they will surely just go to the comment. You see some people just insulting. I don't know what those people are going through in life. But what I can say is we are all humans. We should always learn to consider people and not just come online to somebody. The person did not force you to come to his comment to come and make a comment. You can't just come to someone's page and come and be insulting the person. You don't know what the person is facing through. So we should be careful, because people that was talking about mental health, and it's very, very sad. People don't, in this part of the country, people don't sympathize with. If you say you have diabetes now, you have cancer,
Yes, people
you
will
see how
rally
people
around.
sympathizing with you.
You have malaria gone.
But once you come to
Somebody will
that
have malaria
mental
They
health,
ask you why you depressed.
They will ask you, they
they
will
don't
avoid
even
you.
believe.
They will avoid you. As soon as you
People don't
mention
believe.
mental.
Currently, you may be surprised that people don't believe that there's something called depression. They know that there's a word depression, but they don't know what it is.
And that people go through it.
Yes, you get.
Yes.
So they feel that if you are saying it, this one is just playing, does not even know what you have not reached anywhere in life.
Depression in the family, depression at workplace,
Even in
everywhere,
the church.
even in the church,
There's pressure in church.
Even in the mosque.
even in the mosque. Depression is
It's
everywhere.
everywhere.
Sure, you understand? It depends on how you can manage it. That's what I think.
For me, I would say I'm looking at way out for everyone.
Okay.
Someone said popularity is an accident. Riches will take wing. Those who cheer today will curse tomorrow. Only one thing abides, and that's character. Life is very. If you take life like it's simple, just let it be. you will not overburden yourself with people's expectations. And there are many causes to what we call depression. There are biological causes, psychological, environmental, medical, substance. For some, it's substance
abuse.
I think I remember
I was
Amy
trying
Winehouse.
to. I'm going there.
Amy Winehouse. I mean, she was said to go to the rehab.
She said no.
She even sang it as a number. And very beautiful lady, beautiful song,
What
beautiful
about
character. I mean, the number is alarming. So people go through this stuff. And the way out, well, I hope we have enough professionals to even handle these cases.
Yes.
And for those, some are speaking of, but we don't have enough, the clinical psychologists and all that. But at least if you have a situation, and if you're not, we also should check on people beyond. I have a friend who said something, said, how are you? Normally, people will respond,
Fine.
They said, no.
Don't tell me
are
fine.
you really fine? And the how are you is like, you really want to find out what is wrong with you. So
we should go beyond.
I say, I'm not fine. Like, why are you not fine? Not like, you're supposed to be
fine.
You understand? So people, we should expect people when they speak, go beyond just those pleasantries you want to find out what someone is saying. No. How are you? Are you okay?
Yes.
Beyond even mental, then someone will open up to you. And please, when people share stuff with you, it shouldn't. The next time shouldn't be on social media.
Thank you.
So I think another thing I've noticed is that you just mentioned that, and I just remember something. People tend to run away from that question, "How are you?" Because you always think that they want to.
Now, Billy.
So see, there's no issue. There's no issue if you tell someone currently I don't have. Rather than just snub the person, you don't know what the person is going through. So it's not compulsory that you must always support.
Okay, so there's one church in my area. That church.
I like this area.
Yes, there's one church in where I'm living currently. You get one church where they there. That church, anything where they ask you, you must respond with positive answer.
Either it is positive.
Either it's positive or negative.
But will they ask you the other side later?
Well, it's not like that. That is their own. That is what they want. Now, a friend of mine was coming from somewhere, and he met someone who was coming from the church, and boss, how far now? How you did now? He now told the guy, I'm rich. The guy said, you are rich. Okay, don't worry. Maybe the guy wanted to give him something. He now decided to put the money back in his pocket because you already said you are rich. Before. Sure, you understand? It is better to say exactly what is happening to you at that particular point in time so that you could have solution to it.
Yes, I want us to speak to
because by the time you tell somebody that I'm rich, what do you expect that person to do? Do you expect the person to now dip his hand into his pocket and start giving you money? It's not done, my brother. It's not done.
So that's a conversation for another day. Quickly, we have just a few minutes. I want us to speak to public perception. How do we perceive? You briefly talk about it, and I think Delight also did. So the public perception of these celebrities, because the way we see them, we believe they should not be depressed because we believe everything is fine with them. When you see them on screen, you see them on stage. So what measures should we continue to take? Should we start taking as their I don't want to use the word followers, as their fans? Okay. When they come out, because when DJ KY posted this thing, a lot of people reach out to him, which means the love is there. You understand? The love is there. So what else can we do to ensure that this thing does not happen again? And if it wants to happen, we can prevent it, because it can happen to anybody. It can happen. It's one thing for you to open up. It's another thing for them to respond. Okay. Let me talk about Nigerians now. Okay. A high percentage of Nigerians are depressed because of the economy. Definitely. Because of the economy. So let's talk about the celebrities. At times it might not be money.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said
over 70%
for most of them.
That's why I said sometimes it's marital. Family issues.
Let me give you an example. Woody Allen. I don't even understand. Woody Allen.
Yeah.
He killed himself. If it's money, he's one of the richest there.
Okay.
The guy that sang "Don't Worry, Be Happy." Sorry, he killed himself too. I don't know if you understand. Now the thing is this: he said communication. When somebody needs help, that person should be given that help. And at times too, we should also note that the person that needs help might not know that he needs help.
The person that needs
Yes.
help.
The person
Might
that
not
needs
know.
help
Might not
yes,
know.
might not know that he needs help. I'll give you a typical example. I know someone that had to be recommended for psychiatric evaluation.
Okay.
And we're all talking because of the behavioral pattern. The way the guy was going. When we got there and they were asking some questions, we that were all together and were friends, we became scared. When you see that your friend has lost the sense of fear, there's nothing wrong in being afraid. It's how you treat the fear that matters. You see that your friend has started going to the extreme, has lost the sense of fear, you should ask yourself some questions. At that point in time, what we discovered was that those particular points in time that those things were happening, it was actually suicide that he was attempting.
Wow.
But he was looking indirectly, but he was, and funny that a lot of us were in that particular situation with him. We were either in the car or were heading somewhere. I don't know.
I understand what you're saying. I
So
understand what you're saying.
at that point, they might not know that they really need help.
Definitely.
So we should also be able to communicate. And reach the person, not just talk. Talk when you can talk to somebody and talk into somebody.
Okay, thank you very much. Juvie, let's have your final, your 30 seconds on this.
Okay, I think Bobby McFerrin is still alive. Bobby did the "Don't Worry, Be Happy" thing. I heard the stuff, but I checked him out. I think Bobby McFerrin is still alive. Majority of we call them stars. They are surrounded by praise singers, so most times they really need real relationship from people. And I think sometimes you have the wealth and all that, but you don't have real, because people that come around you are just there for stuff most times. Because we are breaking away. Sometimes someone makes some small money and you live where your roots, you don't really have your people around you. People that can tell, what's up with you? You don't used to sound this way. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the life they live makes it feel like there's a make-believe with the entertainment industry generally. You need to look happy even when you're down. You can't tell someone that you're down. So you have a performance, you have to look like it. And so if they could find a way to bring people that they know, keep them around. I think Jamie Foxx had to bring his sister around him. Put people that you trust around you. Don't just put praise singers so that when stuff is wrong, they can tell you, guys, something is wrong. All right, so let's get those things right.
Thank you very much for that. Delights, 30 seconds.
Okay. My words to the celebrities out there is they should just lower their guard a bit. Once things are not fine with them, they should speak out. Because in Nigeria is a place whereby negative is always blowing more than the positive. And people tend to, if they are not in the shoes currently, they don't understand what it is. There are most people now that are not celebrities and say, if I have money, all my worries will be solved. So we should understand that if we are not in that shoe, we should not just speak anyhow to them. And they should also be vocal.
Okay, thank you very much. Francis, give us your 30 seconds. What's your advice?
Actually, I think my other colleagues have said so many things about what celebrity needs to do. But I think what they need to do is just for them to speak out, tell people exactly what they are feeling, so that they can get good advice.
Speak up. Thank you very much. Amaka, so...
Okay, I'll key to what everybody have said. I'll speak from two angles, the fans and then the celebrities. For fans, please, it's not everything bloggers post that you can attack the celebrities in their comment section. There are some things that are fabricated. Tend to understand things. There's how you comment. Don't comment in a way that can kill the person. And then secondly, celebrities, try to surround yourself with good energy. Family members. Try to see therapists once in a while. Check your mental health. And then that's just it.
Thank you very much, Amaka. For me, I think I want to also had to what she has said. She said that we should be careful of who we abuse online. Yes, we should be careful of the kind of message.
But your guy just love at the.
You are saying his guy.
So we should be careful of the draggings that we give people online. You might be killing somebody. You might be
cyberbullying.
Yes, cyberbullying. You must be very, very careful. And please, if you are feeling depressed out there, please speak up. Talk to somebody.
Reach out.
to people. People who can actually help you, not people who will just
post it on social
yes,
media.
People who can help you. I think this is very, very important. And on that note, we'll be drawing the curtain for today's show. I want to appreciate everybody. Who has contributed on the show. This is very, very important. Jukes,
yes, I just discovered something. I think I called Woody Allen instead of Robbie Williams.
Okay, Robbie was your
Robbie
entertainer.
Williams. The comedian.
Okay.
And then I have something to say too. I want to speak up. Israel, I'm down.
Oh yeah?
I'm down with money.
Okay, don't worry. We'll talk about that after the show. So finally, we want to say happy birthday in advance to our boss.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday in advance to our boss, Ambassador Victor Oluwafemi.
Wow. Let's give him a round of applause, please.
The only word
Yes, Victor Oluwafemi. Ambassador,
I call him man we sabi. Man we sabi.
We celebrate
and this
you.
is not wash.
No, we're not washing it.
We celebrate you on this show. We celebrate you everywhere. We pray that God continually bless the works of your hands.
Amen.
We also want to appreciate everybody behind the scene. Our producer, she has been there telling us, do this, don't do that. Please, let's give her a round of applause.
One more.
Okay, thank you so much. And the camera guys, you're fantastic. I am Israel Adeyemi. You can call me
Easy boy.
Bye.
On the banter.